You are watching Access LaPorte County Channel 97. Coming up next is the October 14th meeting for the Michigan City Water Works Board. You can find more information for this meeting by visiting www.accesslaportecounty.org.
Call this meeting of the Water Board to order. Today is Tuesday, October 14th, 2025. First item of business is approval of the record from the executive session held on September 23rd.
Motion to approve the record held September 23rd, 2025, executive session.
I'll second it.
Motion is second that we approve the record of the executive session on September 23rd. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Approval of the minutes from September 23rd.
Make a motion to accept the minutes based on September 23rd, 2025 as presented.
Second.
Motion is second that we accept the minutes from the meeting held September 23rd. Any additional discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Purchase orders.
Alright, purchase orders, before you have a list of 8 purchase orders. The first is to McAllister, block heater for the plant generator for $2,314.60. The second is to Pro Drive Asphalt, clean seal and restripe the parking lot. This was here at the office. We did it confirming because of wanting to beat weather changing and going downhill. So for $1,844. The next is to Leaps. It's copper for stock for $14,290.50 or 56 cents. Sorry. The fourth is to USA Blue Book lab meter. It's a lab meter for chemical analysis. This was in our business plan for $5,686.08. The next is to Delco. This is gas piping for the generator. This is the generator we're putting in at the distribution center. There's some gas piping that has to be adjusted for $4,930.20. The next one is to McCann. These are repairs to our number 1 case backhoe. This was confirming because it was out of commission. We had to get it fixed right away. $2,712.24. The next purchase order is to Ferguson. This is valves, repair sleeves, and mega lugs for stock for $30,671.37. And the final is to Vertical Custom Creation. This is concrete repairs. This is for a grouping of concrete repairs that's collected up during this recent months that we need to get taken care of before winter sets in for $12,100.
I'll make a motion to accept the list of purchase orders dated 10/14/2025 in the amount of $74,549.05.
I'll second it.
There's a motion and a second that we accept the purchase order dated October 14th. Any additional discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Claims.
Motion to approve the list of claims dated October 14, 2025.
I'll second it.
There's a motion and a second that we approve the list of claims dated October 14th. Any additional discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Bad debt list. The Lighthouse Restaurant, was that accumulation since they've gone out of business? Or?
Yeah, they basically I believe that they hadn't paid the last couple of bills, so it may be that they'll pay that once they've sold. That might be what they're gonna do, I don't know. But this is a bookkeeping item, just,
Yeah.
to write it off for that purpose.
Did they file for bankruptcy?
I don't know,
Okay.
I don't believe so.
Mhm.
Because usually if that happens, then, we still have to write it off, but I think it's a different process.
The other one for high consumption, did they catch that? Was it like a leak or something?
They had a bunch of leaks in the house, and they have a pretty substantial bill, didn't pay it, we shut it off for non-pay, and don't believe anybody's living there, and it's still off.
Okay.
We check on these whenever we shut them off, we check them, make sure they're still off.
Is the Lighthouse Restaurant still off? Empty.
For sale.
Wow.
Okay, I'll make a motion to accept the bad debt list for October 14th and for bookkeeping purposes only.
I'll second it.
There's a motion and a second that we accept the bad debt list dated October 14th for bookkeeping purposes only. Any additional discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Old business,
I don't have anything at this moment for old business.
new business.
Under new business, there's a note here. Basically a little over 5 years ago, we entered into contract to buy a new telephone system. 5 years later, that new telephone system is now a 5-year-old telephone system, and we are starting to experience problems. It's a computer. Computers are only going to last for so long. And the phones are obsolete. We can't get replacement phones. We can't get replacement parts. So it's basically we're at a point of looking at getting new prices. We've had our phone system go out on us a few times lately. We've had to reboot it.
Oh dear.
We've also had instances where the sound is all garbled. So customers calling in could barely understand anything being said. So we've gotten the problem fixed right then and there, but obviously it's part of a bigger issue. The bigger issue is that the system is nearing is at its end of life. So we reached out to 3 different vendors to get pricing. We reached out to New Age, which is who we have our current phone system with. We reached out to AT&T, and then we also reached out to Nextiva. And so as you can see, we asked them for a 3-year contract. And for AT&T, there's a one-time charge of $10,222. And that is for setup and equipment and all that stuff. And then there's a monthly charge of $307. And so the year 1, year 2, and year 3 is that monthly charge times 12. And then the total value of the contract over the 3-year lifespan of the contract is $21,274. New Age is a little less expensive on the one-time charges, $5,355.18. But the monthly charges were $620.14. So the total contract came out to $27,680. Nextiva, the one-time charges are $2,856.21. The monthly charges are $411.21. So the total contract comes out to $17,659.77. Looking at them, we made sure that they were providing us comparable equipment, comparable service, all those things. So we feel this is as close to apples as you can have in this realm. Our recommendation is to move forward with the system offered by Nextiva. And just as a side note, when we purchased the system we have now back in 2020, we bought it for $31,000. So we're actually buying it at a much lower price now than we did then. But to be fair, nowadays there's a lot less equipment involved. There was a lot more equipment back then. Things are actually integrated into the phones and into the software a lot better now than that used to be. So this is a request I have is to move forward with a contract with Nextiva.
Where are they out of?
They are out of Maryville, I believe. Let's see. I believe that's where their office is.
And where was New Age out of?
New Age is, actually, I believe New Age is out of Port area. Where's my New Age?
I hadn't heard of either one. Just curious.
Yeah, they are.
haven't either.
Yeah, they are more. New Age is more local. I copy the New Age part quote in here, but yeah, they're a little more local, but from a service perspective, it hasn't. I mean, in the end, we got to call and ask for somebody to help us either way.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Is the industry norm 3 years?
From a contract standpoint, I wouldn't want to go any longer because at 3 years, most of this equipment will probably be obsolete again. And so, and so the trick will be, can we replace components and put new phones in and use it in the system? Or do we have to replace an entire system? With the system we have now, we have to replace the entire system. We can't bring different phones into the mix. So, that put, and actually the system, some of the system equipment is the problem. It's old, it's starting to get to that point. So we had already been looking at doing this, just, in anticipation because we knew the system was getting older and we knew we couldn't get the parts and components, and then we started having issues. And they've been, like last Monday and this past Monday, or yesterday, I've had to reboot the system because we couldn't get phone calls in or make phone calls out.
Oh, that's too bad.
Do we have an
Really?
easy out in case there's a failure of their systems they put in?
Well, if the system that they put in is inadequate, we'll hold them to their contract, and if they don't meet it, we'll get out of it. Yeah.
Okay.
But only AT&T had the one-time charge, correct? The other ones did
They all
not,
have one-time charges.
but not as high as the AT&T, obviously, right?
AT&T's one-time charge was quite a bit higher
Wow.
than the others.
Okay. So you need a motion or no?
Yeah, I would have to have a motion in the second in order to move forward with the contract.
Okay.
Good.
You good with it too, Beth?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
I'll make a motion to accept the contract from Nextiva for a new phone system as presented.
Second.
Seconded.
Both of us are seconding it.
We're twins.
Here's the motion and second that we accept the contract with Nextiva for the phone system. Any additional discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Thank you. And that was all I had under new business.
Okay.
All right, any public comment? Got any director's comments?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
There's a motion second, we adjourn, all those in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.
Now, it's a speedy moving.